April 1975, a communist group known as the Khmer Rouge, led by Pol Pot, seized control of Cambodia, renaming the country Democratic Kampuchea. Civil war had existed in Cambodia since 1970. Between 1970 and 1973, during the Vietnam War, the United States bombed much of the countryside of Cambodia and manipulated Cambodian politics to support the rise of pro-West Lon Nol as the leader of Cambodia. The Khmer Rouge used the United States' actions to recruit followers and as an excuse for the brutal policies they exercised when in power. The Khmer Rouge's policies were guided by its belief that the citizens of Cambodia had been tainted by exposure to outside ideas, especially by the capitalist West. The Khmer Rouge persecuted the educated, such as doctors, lawyers, and current or former military and police. Christian, Buddhist, and Muslim citizens also were specifically targeted, in an effort to create a society without competition, in which people worked for the common good. The Khmer Rouge placed people in collective living arrangements, or communes, and enacted re-education programs to encourage the commune lifestyle. People were divided into categories that reflected the trust that the Khmer Rouge had for them. The most trustworthy were called old citizens. The pro-West and city dwellers began as new citizens and could move up to deportees, then candidates, and finally full-rights citizens. However, most citizens never moved up. Those who refused re-education were killed in the fields surrounding the commune or at the infamous prison camp Chual Slang Center, known as S21, over 4 years. The Khmer Rouge killed more than 1.7 million people through work, starvation, and torture. The Khmer Rouge was removed from power when Communist Vietnam invaded in January 1979 and established a pro-Vietnamese regime in Cambodia. Many survivors fled to refugee camps in Thailand. Of these, many went on to immigrate to the United States. Despite the heavy casualties and injustices inflicted specifically on the Cambodian Muslim population, the Cam, many genocide scholars believe the events in Cambodia do not qualify as genocide under the United Nations Convention because intent to destroy one specific ethnic or religious group cannot be proven. Instead, many genocide scholars call these events an auto-genocide because it occurred across all of society instead of targeting one group. More than 20 years later, the Extraordinary Chambers in the Courts of Cambodia, ECCC, is bringing the former leaders of the Khmer Rouge to trial for their crimes against humanity. On June 26, 2010, the ECCC found Kang Gek Eav, alias Dutch, guilty of crimes against humanity and grave breaches of the Geneva Conventions of 1949, sentencing him to 35 years in prison. Kang Gek Eav, a Khmer Rouge deputy and chairman of S21, is the first of 4 former leaders charged to stand trial before the ECCC. Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge were supported for many years by the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, and its chairman, Mao Zedong. It is estimated that at least 90% of the foreign aid which the Khmer Rouge received came from China, including at least $1 billion in interest-free economic and military aid in 1975 alone. After it seized power in April 1975, the Khmer Rouge wanted to turn the country into an agrarian socialist republic, founded on the policies of ultramaoism and influenced by the Cultural Revolution. Pol Pot and other Khmer Rouge officials met with Mao in Beijing in June 1975, receiving approval and advice, while high-ranking CCP officials such as Politburo Standing Committee member Zhang Chung-keo later visited Cambodia to offer help. To fulfill its goals, the Khmer Rouge emptied the cities and frog-marched Cambodians to labor camps in the countryside, where mass executions, forced labor, physical abuse, torture, malnutrition, and disease were rampant. In 1976, the Khmer Rouge renamed the country Democratic Kampuchea. The massacres ended when the Vietnamese military invaded in 1978 and toppled the Khmer Rouge regime. By January 1979, 1.5 to 2 million people had died due to the Khmer Rouge's policies, including 300,000 Chinese Cambodians, 90,500 Cambodian Cam, who are mostly Muslim, and 20,000 Vietnamese Cambodians. 20,000 people passed through the security prison 21, one of the 196 prisons the Khmer Rouge operated, and only 7 adults survived. The prisoners were taken to the killing fields, where they were executed, often with pickaxes, to save bullets and buried in mass graves. Abduction and indoctrination of children was widespread, and many were persuaded or forced to commit atrocities. As of 2009, the Documentation Center of Cambodia has mapped 23,745 mass graves containing approximately 1.3 million suspected victims of execution. Direct execution is believed to account for up to 60% of the genocide's death toll, with other victims succumbing to starvation, exhaustion, or disease. The genocide triggered a second outflow of refugees, many of whom escaped to neighboring Thailand and, to a lesser extent, Vietnam in 2003, by agreement between the Cambodian government and the United Nations. The extraordinary chambers in the Court of Cambodia, Khmer Rouge Tribunal, were established to try the members of the Khmer Rouge leadership responsible for the Cambodian genocide. Trials began in 2009, on the 26th of July 2010. The trial chamber convicted Kang Kek Yew for crimes against humanity and grave breaches of the 1949 Geneva Conventions. The Supreme Court chamber increased his sentence to life imprisonment. Nguyen Chi and Khieu Samphan were tried and convicted in 2014 of crimes against humanity and grave breaches of the Geneva Conventions. On the 28th of March 2019, the trial chamber found Nguyen Chi and Khieu Samphan guilty of crimes against humanity, grave breaches of the Geneva Conventions, and genocide of the Vietnamese ethnic, national and racial group. The chamber additionally convicted Nguyen Chi of genocide of the Cam ethnic and religious group under the doctrine of superior responsibility. Both Nguyen Chi and Khieu Samphan were sentenced to terms of life imprisonment.
Everyone is so loud. I just want a little bit of peace and quiet. Keep it quiet. Give me a sense of direction. Give me some time for introspection. 'Cause I need to keep on going. I need to keep on going. I need to be a forward thinker. Don't give me what I want. introspection. Give me a sense of direction.